Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're absolutely fantastic. This is going to be the beginning of our morning adjustments. I'll talk about morning, I'm talking about Europe, morning adjustments. I'm just sitting here in awe because trading is quite difficult when you don't have a moving or reliable market. And when I first got onto this chart over here, I thought, what am I doing going to bed? Why am I sleeping? Look at this beautiful price action. That's hundreds of dollars right there. That's hundreds of dollars. I want to say thousands, but just let's kind of keep it tame. Hundreds of dollars. Just move after move. Climb hundreds of dollars, hundreds of dollars, hundreds of dollars, hundreds of dollars, profit after profit after profit. And this is all happening whilst I'm sleeping. I thought that I would kind of just let it. I saw it climbing over here, and I thought that's just the final little move for the day. Let me just walk away from it. And I wake up, come and sit down here. It's now, what time is it for me right now? It's 7:45 for me right now. Things are about to heat up. But look at all of this gorgeous opportunity that existed. So I thought to myself, maybe America has love for the Euro-Japanese combination. Maybe it's a fantastic market that the world knows about, and it took me forever to kind of get into Forex and to figure out for myself. But then I'll go across to the Dow Jones, an American market. Oh, I don't want to show you guys too much secret sauce. By the way, there's a lot of information that I'm hiding from you guys, unfortunately, because I'm working with my AI model, and obviously, I don't necessarily want too much to be revealed just yet in terms of the inner workings and stuff. It's kind of private, so the charts aren't naked. I'm just hiding the tool so it's not necessarily seen. So when I look at the Dow Jones in comparison, I got into my desk kind of late last night, and I thought maybe I should ride it because there seems to be some energy over here. There was a bit of a unnecessary kind of pump, pump again. Which, by the way, sorry to chop and change topics, didn't look great for this, right? Because it was sliding, looked like a confirmed turning point, ran all the way up, faked out, slid, bang, down again, and then just ran all the way up again. So not necessarily the most bankable market or the most bankable trading conditions if you're working from a higher time frame, but there is a lot of opportunity to earn on this market if you're working on the lower time frame and if you know what you're doing. So with that said, I didn't open a position here either. And I got onto the Dow Jones to see that there's just this flatlining mark that hasn't done much. So then I thought to myself, well, it's not the Americans that are falling in love with this euro yen pairing. And then the obvious dawned on me. Japan. Japan is pushing the markets whilst I'm sleeping. So not only do I have a market ready to go when I'm up and, you know what I mean? Like there's so many great pairings with the yen. So in the morning for me, I've seen incredible performance on this market. And I just thought, well, it's because of the Europe influence. And then I came to realize that the yen's the yen, right? So it's just kind of like a USD Bitcoin pairing. It's all the pairings that come together in terms of what its relationship to others performs at. Sorry for the weird wording, but what I'm trying to say is that there's also the British pound to the yen, there's also the dollar to the yen. So the Japanese yen is just a pairing. It's like BTC or USD plus. So the other markets, for example, Britain and so on, they too want to push this market. They want to make their money off of Forex. So we've got the time zone of basically Australia. Let me not, I'm speaking to the Western world, maybe it's disrespectful, but you got the time zone of Japan pushing the market whilst I'm sleeping, okay? And then whilst I awake, bringing in that new energy. I think open bell is about happening in 12 minutes here, so I better kind of be ready for that. And then it climbs in and does its thing as well. So we've actually got a market that performs 24/7, that is mature, that is supported at certain times of the day, especially open bells for Europe time. And by the looks of things, I have to do more research here, somewhere along the lines of maybe Japan open bell. So we've got a 24/7 interesting, relatively active market versus the other stuff that isn't. All right, so Dow Jones, America's sweetheart. I mean, if I had to rename the Dow Jones, I would call it Jennifer Aniston. You know what I mean? It's America's sweetheart. It's the Dow Jones, a household name. Zero activity whilst I was sleeping. And then I'm sure there's reasons for it, closed bell and whatever else. And then also the German top 40 indice, zero activity whilst I was sleeping. I mean, when I say zero, the range was very, very thin. Like, you know what I mean? That's not great. It reminds me of Bitcoin actually. So when it comes to Forex, I can understand why people are proudly Forex traders. A market's a market, guys. Follow the money. Don't get married to the market. We've got crypto crybabies talking about this, old conversation. Crypto is old news now. It's young in some ways, but very old in many other ways. I think a lot of crypto people saw it as a quote unquote like a gateway drug. Like sometimes they call marijuana the gateway drug. So maybe Bitcoin. Well, that's for me. Maybe crypto was the gateway drug. It took the interest of the common man and brought them in. I wasn't interested in stocks. I wasn't interested in all of this stuff. I used to read Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki books, and they used to say if you can go to a bank and get a loan for the stock markets, then great. But can you? No. They say that the banks recognize stock markets as a gamble. Ironically, because I offer financial packages for like mutual bonds and stuff. That's just what occurred to me right now. Pretty funny. However, they said that if you go and get millions of dollars in loans for property and brick and mortar and building and fixing and growing and cash generating assets, then that's where you should spend your time. So for the most of my teens and 20s, I was just focused on cash generating assets. And I wasn't too keen on passive income through property because in South Africa, you have to wait 5 years of taking on the hits of repayments of high expenses before you can get to that. And as someone in my 20s, I don't really want to wait all that time to get money back. It felt like I was sacrificing my youth. So now that I'm older, I'm glad I took the course that I did, because through the markets and through AI, you can have a cash generating asset that works the markets, opens and closes the trade. You can automate the whole thing, which is something I'm busy doing right now. So I'm glad I took the path I took. But basically, a lot of negativity was surrounded around the markets for me whilst growing up until Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was my gateway drug. It was that opening of the door to understand what these little squiggles across the screens were like. The moves, the stops, the goes, the whys, the hows, the buy, the sell, the all of this stuff. So I'm ever grateful for crypto for that reason. But I mean, in comparison to Forex, man, I feel like it's been 7 years too late. I think everything in divine timing, except to learn market cycles correctly. And unfortunately, this closed on the weekend, and that's got its own set of problems. So Bitcoin is 24/7 in the sense that the cycles are clean, the data feed is clean, and there are many advantages to learning how to not manipulate the markets, how to learn the markets on crypto. But man, am I glad that I'm finally at this destination where we've got price action throughout the day. True 24/7 or 24/5, excluding the weekend. Market activity. This is what you can walk away from your day job for. This is serious stuff. And there's a lot of serious people in here. Got a lot of clowns in crypto. These are serious people. They get it. They've put their dedication and focus behind this. There's exchanges with like 500x leverage that are getting behind this. This is some serious stuff. This is change your life kind of stuff. And it's said differently, it's just a market. And I'm repeating myself. I think the old English term for that is vents. Vents. I've spoken about this prior to the fact. Over here, you don't have that same kind of luxury. You got a little dip, little spike, mostly arranged. Maybe it fires off again, but it's intended to fire off soon because, of course, it's Europe's about to heat up. The Dow Jones just flatline. So I mean, if you had a bad day, then you had a bad day. There's no coming back from it. But Forex, guys, wow, what a treat. Obviously, the price is going to climb upwards because it hasn't finished its transition here on the higher frame. And thanks be to God, not to get religious, but thank goodness I've got MTOPS to work on all markets with exactly the same rule set, which means I have total autonomy as to what I want to trade and when I want to trade in exactly the same way, to follow exactly the same rule set. And with that, I can tell you from experience, from exploring, from all the things, that if you're not into Forex as yet, it's seriously time to reevaluate your day trading strategy. At bare minimum, at least include it into your day trading strategy. And if you get across, I've got tons of windows here. I'll speak about that in a second. But if you are taking my advice and you're listening and you're learning, go to prop firms such as FTMO. Matter of fact, I do have a affiliate link that's kind of old and dusty and rusty and I haven't used in a long time. But these guys are proven. They've been around for nearly a decade. I'm sure they got some discounts waiting for us next year in 2025, celebrate their birthday. Yeah, you can tell that this guy's from the Netherlands. Look at the shape of his face. He's so Dutch. But get in here, start a demo account. Obviously, a nice little facelift to the website. 90%. Read it for yourself. If you want to be able to trade multiple different markets across the board, as I do, pair yourself with a prop firm. It's other people's money, OPM. You don't have to sacrifice your hard-earned savings to be a day trader. And this is how you can. This is a tangible way if you do it right, and obviously learn from those who know what they're doing. This is a tangible way, a realistic way, not NFT rubbish and whatever else is going on. A tangible way for you to leave your day job and walk into the world of trading. It's finding a market that moves reliably. Obviously, the yen is a strong contender over there, and making some money. I haven't put on my my analysis just yet, so I just threw a little $100 in. I'm like up $50 on that just for fun. Yay! And I still start the day coffee money. Yeah, I better get my chart set up. Looks like some nice moves are ready to happen. I think I'm gonna go long here, but once again, I'll let my AI guide me there. I want to close off today just on the point I've been trying to make with those who are looking to become creators instead of followers, which is the perfect time in history to transition into that. And I have got some great resources here in terms of Pine script libraries. If you're interested in coding for TradingView, there's reference manuals, tutorials. There's a Pine coders community. There's obviously social media rooms inside Telegram that I'm a part of. There's this Stack Overflow, which is basically like Facebook for I don't want to butcher it, but like it's coders who are coming together to help coders, which is so awesome. This one is just chat forums, all the obvious stuff, but all the stuff that you really need to kind of have that support network to ensure that you are winning. I'm just watching my profit increase here. Oh yeah, that's 50% return. Keep going, bad boy. So I'm about to get into my day. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. Until the next time, ciao for now.